Hey, Westside Church, welcome to another edition of Daily Devotionals. I want to talk to you about faith. This has been a week of talking about faith, and I'm going to join that conversation today. And I've been asking myself a lot recently, I wonder if I have faith for big things, but not even just big things. I wonder if I have faith for life to come from death, for new things to come from old things. Maybe there's somebody in your life, or you've been this person before, where you would look at them and go, man, if they could come to Jesus, or if they can know X, Y, Z, then anybody can come to know Jesus. Anybody can be redeemed. I found myself skipping over the opportunity a lot in my life to have faith in the middle of unlikely things or difficult things for the sake of having faith for things that I already understand and know how they're going to turn out. For instance, I have a lot of faith that my wife is going to love me the same tomorrow that she has today. Now, that requires faith, and that is a good thing. But because of the commitment that we have with each other, and because we continue to cultivate this relationship in the goods and the bads, having faith that my relationship will be healthy tomorrow as well as it is today isn't exactly a big leap. I have faith in vending machines, right? That if I put in the right number and the right letter, that I'll get out the thing that I'm requesting. But I wonder if God can do something in the middle of this crazy time that we're living in right now, where he can bring beautiful, unexpected things out of difficult and broken and dark things. I wonder if we can have that kind of faith, not just the kind of faith that says, I know I'll get what I'm going to get because I get this every week. That's a good faith. But I wonder if we can press our faith even farther. And here's an example from Scripture. The writer of Hebrews talks about in Hebrews chapter 11, it's just this really kind of passing one scripture as he's talking about the history of Israel. He says, it was by faith that Rahab the prostitute was not destroyed with the people of her city who refused to obey God, for she had given a friendly welcome to the spies. So if you're unfamiliar with the story of Rahab, it comes from Joshua chapter 2, as the people of Israel are moving through the land and trying to do the will of God and trying to do and go where he has called them to go. They come across Jericho, these spies do, and Rahab finds them and takes them in and gives them shelter while the people of Jericho are trying to kill them and hunt them down. And she conceals them at her house, and then she sends them out to the hills at the appropriate time so that they won't be killed. And I just love the idea that while God's people, right, are moving, while they could look for a specific kind of person, a more desirable person, or somebody who traditionally might help them, instead God gives them the opportunity to come in contact with a prostitute. And because of this contact and the faith that she has, they're able to be delivered and accomplish the thing that God is asking them to accomplish. I just want to challenge us as we continue to walk through these difficult and challenging times, as we live our lives in Central Oregon and Bend, Redmond, or wherever you're finding this video. I wonder if we wouldn't take opportunities in this next week, this next month, and this next year to have faith and believe for beautiful things to happen in unlikely places. I wonder if we could corner the market on hope and faith in our context of where we live. Stop getting so dragged down in the minutia and the conversation about all the difficult things, which, by the way, I've spent a lot of time doing over the last year or so. I wonder if we could stop getting so caught up on those things, and instead we can step out in faith first before we see this evidence that our faith is going to pay off. Maybe if we begin to speak light into darkness, maybe if we begin to speak life into death, we're going to begin to see some of the miracles and incredible things happen in unlikely places, in our families, in our schools, in our cities, in our presence, and in our futures. I really believe that God is compelling us to that kind of faith. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys next time.